So let's see what is my most favorite compliment getting cheap fragrances for spring and summer 2022. So let's start by one of my most complimented cheap fragrances. As an honorable mention, from House of Bentley. Bentley Black Edition is a woody and citrusy fragrance with a mature and green accent, let's say, to this one. Lasts on me 10 to 12 hours plus with 2 hours of good projection and sillage. Let's see the main list. I want to start the list by House of Rasasi at number 10. Rasasi Sharaf Pouram. It is a floral, fruity and slightly aquatic fragrance with a very sweet atmosphere. So let's say to this one, a floral, fresh, fruity fragrance that has a weight to it. Lasts on me without exaggeration 24 hours plus on the skin, with first 2-3 hours of very loud nuclear projection and sillage. At number 9, again from House of Rasasi, Kun Muktalif means be different. So if I'm not mistaken. So scent of this fragrance is very great. Definitely one of those expensive smelling cheapies. They did a great job here. I believe they are cloning here. Sadly by Pouram's Demoli I can get like highly inspirations here. It's a fruity and fresh fragrance with a bit of green notes at the background. Fruity notes are much more prominent compared to the green notes, let's say, to this fragrance, with a very memorable and unique scent profile. Also we can get some hints of sweetness at the background as well. So sweet, fruity, fresh with a green accent. It lasts over 6 hours on me, like good 5 to 6 hours, let's say, to this one, with first hour and a half average kind of soft projection and sillage. Daytime, nighttime, formal, casual, you can go by this fragrance without any problem. At number 8, Milestone from House of Armaf, hands down at top 5 best fragrances ever created by House of Armaf. As we know, they are cloning here Millésime Imperial from House of Creed. It is a very complex fragrance, smells like a party of the notes and accords. It is floral. That floral note smells a little bit powdery and rooty. Then we have here fruity notes, which are kind of tropical and summery fruity notes. Then we have some hints of seawatery saltiness at the background of the fragrance as well. It has a very great performance, lasts on me over 8 hours easily in terms of longevity, with 2 hours of good projection and monster sillage. Sillage of this fragrance is very big. I prefer it better for spring nights, kind of dressed up situations. At number 7 from House of Lattafa Nasty. It is a complex, sweet, leafy green fragrance with aquatic and sweet base. So fragrance is fresh, watery, aquatic, but it is mostly in the leafy, green and woody side, with a little touch of spiciness at the back. It leans more in the green side, but definitely has that woody and spicy accents, and profile is familiar. You can remember it like from the 90s, but has also some modern accents like ambroxan. So let's say to this fragrance, a semi-modern fragrance. It is a good performer, lasts on me over 8 hours with 2 hours of good projection and sillage. It has enough freshness for casual environments and enough weight to it for more official and dress up situations. At number 6 from House of Rasasi Egra. Definitely has what you need from a solid cheap fragrance. Lasts long, smells definitely expensive and very pleasant, and gets very crazy compliments. It is exact clone of Creed Green Irish to it, or one of the best colognes of that fragrance that I've ever smelled, let's say. If you haven't smelled any of these fragrances, it is green, fresh, slightly citrusy at the back with a bitter and very concentrated herbal accent. Lasts on me 7 to 8 hours plus easily, with 2 hours of good projection and sillage, and such a great complimenting factor. All of these only for 20 bucks. Rasasi Egra. Now we are at top 5. Let's continue by another great job from House of Rasasi Al Wisam Day. So such a great memories by this one, and such a crazy compliment getting monster. This DNA is a very successful DNA. We are talking about DNA of Creed Silver Mountain Water. They are cloning here Silver Mountain Water from House of Creed. There is some differences between Al Wisam Day and Silver Mountain Water, which makes this fragrance a highly inspired fragrance rather than an exact cologne. For example, they added here a rose note. Rose is very silky and pink type of rose. Also, we have more of citruses and musk at the base of this fragrance. So let's say to this one, more citrusy, rosy and musky version of Silver Mountain Water with 85% of similarities. It lasts on me 7 to 8 hours plus, with 2 hours of very great projection and even better sillage. Sillage of this fragrance is much more better compared to the projection. I prefer it for spring and summer daytimes. At number 4, again another great inspired fragrance by Silver Mountain Water from House of Creed. This time from Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage. This DNA of Silver Mountain Water is very successful and compliment getting, and it is one of the top sellers from House of Creed, so why not? Sillage smells very close to Silver Mountain Water, but it is not exact clone of that fragrance because here we have more spicy woody notes compared to Silver Mountain Water. That fragrance is very clean, very polite and simple. This one is not as clean as Silver Mountain Water, and I can say this one is kind of more twisted and complex compared to that fragrance and has more weight to it. It has a great performance, lasts on me 10 hours plus in terms of longevity, with 2 hours of good projection and very good sillage. Definitely like the name, sillage of this fragrance is out of this world. At number 3, such a great cheapie, such a great value for your money. Blue Touch by Olivier. So it lasts long, smells pleasant, smells very expensive, gets crazy compliments, and it is very cheap, only for 20 bucks. So if you have not this fragrance still in your collection, closed eyes, go get it. Blue Touch is herbal, aquatic, loud, sweet and slightly spicy fragrance, very close to Aqua di Gio, but leans a little bit more spicy compared to that fragrance. Not identical, but you can catch like 80% of similarities, and also kinda like mixture of Aqua di Gio with Perry Red. It has that Perry reddish accent as well. Compared to Perry Red, smells way more expensive and louder, lasts on me like 8 to 10 hours with 2 hours of very good projection and sillage. Definitely a must-have in any man collection. Wow, much wow. Such a great value for your money. All the fragrances on the list are better than the other one. At number 2, Wave from House of Missoni. Who says that cheap fragrances cannot smell expensive? Has to come here and smell this one. It is a fruity, fresh and aquatic fragrance with a bit of sweetness and herbal notes at the betweens. Reminds me of Chanel Allure Sport. Very close to that fragrance, but leans more aquatic and oceanic compared to that fragrance. For such a freshy scent profile, lasts very crazy. I can say like 10 hours plus with 2 hours of very good projection. Sometimes I feel that also projects for over 10 hours. At number 1, probably you can guess it. Man, it is very difficult to replace something with this one. Club de Nuit Intense Man EDT. I can hear you say Al Haramain, Afnan from Lattafa something blah blah. I almost own all of those fragrances that you're gonna mention, but hey, it is very difficult to catch this success. Still it is great, still it is smoky, it is harsh, it is loud, and still I like it and gets very crazy compliments for me. It needless to say that it's clone of Creed Aventus. All you know it is a woody and citrusy fragrance with such a beautiful smoky dry down. This is 2017 batch, lasts on me over 10 hours, but I can get like 6 hours with other batches of Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man EDT. If you find value in this video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and drop a like. If you have any opinion, suggestion, question, let me know in the comments below. Stay safe, see you in another video.